Good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government holds 2023 Greater Lagos Summit to bridge communication gap. Federal government inaugurates 2.8 billion naira project in Nnamdi Azikiwe University. On the foreign scene, United States raises alarm over Israel's latest strikes on Gaza. In sport, Oyo athletes optimistic of winning medals at 2023 Para Games. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. In a bid to bridge the gap between government and its residents, the Lagos State government has held this year's Greater Lagos Summit themed Renewed Hope for a Greater Lagos Rising and the Need for Societal Collaboration at Alausa, Ikeja. Speaking with newsmen, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated that the summit was organized to hear directly from different stakeholders on their plight and how they want the state government to serve them better. The governor, who was represented by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Motosho, assured the representatives of various groups that the Greater Lagos Rising agenda would bring more succor to them in line with the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Tinubu's administration. He called for a collaborative effort of all residents in ensuring a cleaner and greater Lagos through prompt payment of their taxes and other levies.
Generally, it is to unite Lagosians, to let them know that the success of the government is the success of everybody who has found Lagos to be his or her own Canaan land, the land where we make our money. And whatever we can do to add to all the things that will make Lagos one of the best countries, one of the best cities to live in the world. That is all that the Greater Lagos Initiative is doing. Everything that is progressive, everything that is developmental.
On his part, the convener of the summit, Adeniyi Olutsimeni, who is the president of the Greater Lagos Initiative, stated that the state government is committed to lifting all residents out of poverty through various empowerment skills and grants to make the state economically viable. The stakeholders, including religious, traditional, and community leaders, marketmen and women, artisans, brainstormed on ways the state government poverty alleviation programs get to those really in need and for political affiliates alone. The Lagos State government has assured security stakeholders of its determination to partner with them in ensuring that the state remains safer and secure for peaceful coexistence. Secretary to the state government, Abimbola Salihunde, gave the assurance during a maiden meeting with a delegation of Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, of the Lagos Command, led by its chairman, Kehinde Sowemimo, at the Cabinet Office in Alausa, Ikeja. Salihunde, who expressed belief that collaboration can further strengthen the security architecture of the state and bolster safety of Lagosians, urged the PCRC team to engage the youth in carrying its mandate of interfacing between the police and the citizens. In his remarks, Lagos State Chairman of PCRC, Kehinde Sowemimo, explained that the delegation is in the Cabinet Office to see how the PCRC can support consolidate the state government effort in security. Sowemimo, who commended the state government's effort through the Lagos State Security Trust Fund to its funding security agencies, pledged to act on the recommendations of the state government in engaging the youth, among others, for a safer Lagos. The meeting ended with the secretary to the Lagos State government, Abimbola Salihunde, being announced as the matron of PCRC Lagos Command. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has ordered the reconstruction of the pedestrian bridge in Alakbere area of the state following its partial collapse after a truck carrying container rammed into it. Speaking in an interview, Special Advisor to the Governor on Infrastructure, Olufemi Daramola, said integrity and other engineering tests have been carried out.
The ASMA officials have been here, Neighborhood Watch have been here, the local government has been here, the police has been supporting. Typical program which will ensure movement from one side to the other all through the day and to a time in which the agency transports we talk about, there will be officials on ground. As I earlier said, more officers will be deployed.
Also speaking, Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiyemi said the state government places premium on every Lagosian, hence the prompt intervention and fixing of the infrastructure to ensure safety of pedestrians and motorists.
The main concern here for us really is not so much of this, but also of the people that the pedestrians are actually do need to cross the road. What we have done is that at the moment we are managing traffic for them to cross, but there's no bridge for them to use anymore. So from time to time, we'll stop, like you can see, we'll stop traffic for them to.
Oshiyemi urged motorists to comply with Traffic Managers Act the scene. Our reporter Raphael Jeremy reports that a truck carrying container rammed into the pedestrian bridge on Thursday night. Emergency responders and other stakeholders have cleared the debris off the road to allow free flow of traffic, while stressing that no casualty was recorded. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has inaugurated 6 TED Fund-sponsored projects worth 2.8 billion naira at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State. Inaugurating the projects, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives Benjamin Kalu said the structures would enhance teaching, learning and improvement of academic standards in the university. The projects include lecture halls, faculty building for social sciences, Department of Psychology building, and laboratory offices for Faculty of Pharmacy. Others are classrooms and a block of offices for Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Department Office block for Faculty of Education, that's Vocational Studies. Kali, who was represented by the reps member representing Oruma North and South Federal Constituency, Chinwe Nabuife, commended TED Fund for its efforts in the development of public tertiary education in Nigeria. In foreign news, the United States says Israel sharply ramped up strikes on the Gaza Strip, pounding the length of the Palestinian enclave and killing hundreds in a new expanded phase of the war. Washington said this is a sudden change from Israeli promises to do more to protect civilians. The Israeli military said it had struck more than 450 targets in Gaza from land, sea, and air over the past 24 hours, the most since a truce collapsed last week, and about double the daily figures typically reported since then. In sport, some athletes representing Oyo State at the 2023 Para Games have expressed optimism of winning gold medals at the Games. The athletes, in separate interviews, said they will not only win medals but set new records. An Olympian, Yakubu Adeshokun, who is acting as a coach in this year's edition, will showcase 7 weightlifters whom he is confident will make the state proud. Oluwatoyin Alayode, who would be competing in canoeing, said she won 5 bronze in 2022 and her target is gold. A para swimmer, Akorede Moses, noted that he set an African record and won 2 gold medals at the maiden edition. Moses will participate in 3 events in targeting gold medals. Meanwhile, the general manager of Oyo State Sport Council, Tunde Ajibike, said the athletes had undergone 6 months of training for the Games. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that's the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered over 1,000 residents at the third phase of the Mega Empowerment Program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to bridge the gap between government and its residents, the Lagos State Government has held this year's Greater Lagos Summit themed Renewed Hope for a Greater Lagos Rising and the Need for Societal Collaboration at Alausa, Ikeja. The federal government has inaugurated 6 state fund-sponsored projects worth 2.8 billion naira at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State. We also told you that the United States said Israel sharply ramped up strikes on the Gaza Strip, pounding the length of the Palestinian enclave and killing hundreds in a new expanded phase of the war. Finally, in sports, some athletes representing Oyo State at the 2023 Para Games have expressed optimism of winning gold medals at the Games. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to newsroom@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Iduwolaya. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.
Transportation experts discussing issues. Think of government policies well spelled out. Think of traffic reports on your frequency every 10 minutes. Think no more. You have your show bet here for these and more. Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Madam, you don't.